Here's a compelling YouTube article for your video on the 1950 Rolls-Royce Phantom IV, tailored for car history enthusiasts and luxury auto fans. This script is ideal for voiceover narration or a long-form video article. Title: Rolls-Royce Phantom IV 1950, the ultra-rare royal machine. Introduction. When you hear the name, Rolls-Royce, you immediately think of absolute automotive luxury. But within that prestigious brand lies a model so exclusive, so secretive, that even most Rolls-Royce enthusiasts have never seen one in person. That model is the Rolls-Royce Phantom IV, and it made its debut in 1950, crafted not for the general public, but for royalty and heads of state only. With just 18 units ever built, the Phantom IV is more than just a car. It's a symbol of power, diplomacy, and the rarest form of mechanical prestige. In this video article, we explore the incredible story behind the 1950 Rolls-Royce Phantom IV, its design, engineering, royal lineage, and the legacy it leaves behind. The Secret Royal Commission. The story of the Phantom IV begins not on the production floor, but in the corridors of royal power. In 1948, Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, expressed interest in owning a Rolls-Royce that could match the stature of the British royal family. Rolls-Royce responded with what was essentially a private commission, a completely new model that would not be available to the public. Thus, the Phantom IV was born, with the very first units going to the then Princess Elizabeth, who would become Queen in 1952. Rolls-Royce laid down a strict rule: the Phantom IV would be built only for royalty or heads of state. No celebrities, no billionaires, no exceptions. Rarity defined. Let's talk numbers. Just 18 Phantom IVs were ever built between 1950 and 1956. And out of these, each one was individually coach-built, meaning no two were exactly alike. Some were limousines, some landaulettes, and others custom ceremonial vehicles. Owners included Queen Elizabeth II, General Franco of Spain, the Shah of Iran, the Emir of Kuwait, King Faisal II of Iraq. Because of its exclusivity, the Phantom IV remains one of the rarest Rolls-Royce models ever produced. Design and coachwork. Unlike later Rolls-Royce models, which used in-house design teams, the Phantom IV chassis was sent to bespoke coach builders like Hooper & Company, Mulliner, and H.J. Mulliner & Company, who built the bodywork according to the customer's specific needs. Key design elements. Classic upright grille with the legendary Spirit of Ecstasy. Long wheelbase 145 inches or more. Hand-polished chrome accents. Solid steel construction with extensive use of aluminum for body panels. Hand-shaped fenders and elegant long hoods. Every Phantom IV looked slightly different. Some had open tops for parades, others were fully armored for royal security. This was not automotive design. It was automotive tailoring. Interior: fit for a throne. Step inside a Phantom IV, and you're not in a car, you're in a moving royal drawing room. Interior features included wool broadcloth upholstery, preferred over leather for its silence and elegance. Carved wood trim, often in mahogany or walnut. Fold-out writing desks, footrests, and hand-stitched curtains. Custom-designed armrests, ashtrays, and vanity mirrors. Communication systems between driver and passengers. Climate control units, very advanced for the time. Some units were equipped with state symbols such as royal standards, flag holders, and illuminated crests. This wasn't just transportation, it was a diplomatic instrument. Engine and performance. The Phantom IV featured a unique straight-8 engine, a first for Rolls-Royce. It was a 5.7-liter inline-8 that produced approximately 165 horsepower, not enormous by today's standards, but substantial for the time, especially given the smooth torque delivery. It was silent, powerful, exceptionally smooth thanks to an advanced crankshaft balance system. This engine was mated to a 4-speed automatic transmission, providing a whisper-quiet and graceful ride, even at higher speeds. Top speed was around 100 miles per hour, which was impressive for a car of such size and weight. Chassis and ride comfort. Built on a separate chassis, the Phantom IV featured independent front suspension, live rear axle with semi-elliptical springs, hydraulic drum brakes. Its ride quality was described as floating on air by period reviewers. The suspension system prioritized comfort over sportiness, which made sense for a vehicle carrying monarchs and dignitaries. Many owners even had their cars shipped around the world for official visits, because no other car was worthy. The Phantom IV in the public eye. For most people in the 1950s, the Phantom IV was something they saw only in newspaper photographs, at royal weddings, coronations, or state parades. The car was never advertised. There were no brochures or price lists. Owning a Phantom IV was not about money. It was about status, a type of global acknowledgement that you were part of the elite ruling class. It was also a powerful diplomatic tool. Arriving in a Phantom IV was a silent declaration of prestige and national pride. The legacy. Rolls-Royce ended Phantom IV production in 1956, and today, most of the 18 units are in museums or private royal collections. They are rarely sold, and when they are, the prices often exceed several $1,000,000. But the Phantom IV's legacy extends beyond its production numbers. It represents the peak of British automotive diplomacy, a time when Rolls-Royce was still coach-built by hand. The trust monarchs placed in engineering excellence. A car that was never commercialized, only conferred. It laid the foundation for future generations of the Phantom, which continue today as the ultimate luxury saloons. The Phantom IV versus other Phantoms. Let's compare it briefly with other Phantom generations. Generation years: key trait: Phantom I 1925-1931, first model after Rolls-Royce merger. Phantom 21929-1936, improved chassis and handling. Phantom 31936-1939, first V12 engine. Phantom IV 1950-1956, royal exclusive, straight -8 engine. Phantom V1959-1968, return to public availability. Phantom V1968-1990, extended royal use. Phantom 72003-2016, BMW era revival. Phantom 8 2017, present ultra-modern luxury. As seen above, the Phantom IV is in a category of its own: royal, rare, and revered. Conclusion. The 1950 Rolls-Royce Phantom IV isn't just a car. It's a historic artifact, a symbol of royalty, and the ultimate expression of what happens when a carmaker builds with no cost limit, no market goal, and no compromise. It is one of the most exclusive vehicles in the world, and its story is a rare chapter in automotive history. Whether you're an enthusiast of vintage classics, royal heritage, or luxury engineering, the Phantom IV stands alone, a car of kings, built like no other. If you enjoyed this journey through time with the Phantom IV, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world's rarest and most iconic vehicles. Would you like a matching thumbnail design concept or voiceover script for this article?